Hey, what's up guys? My name is Priyanshu and in this video we are going to learn about the very important topics, that is services and the dependency injection. So let's get started. So guys, let's talk about the services. So services are nothing about the utilities which serves the data or the resources to its users. Okay, the services are nothing but the utilities classes. So in the Angular, the services are just classes. Okay, so when it provide some kind of data or the resources to its user. So let's understand by using this diagram. So the component which uses some kind of services like taking the get the remote data, calling the third-party API, or performing some kind of business logic which is totally independent to the component. So for that we uses the services. So as if you familiar with the Angular 1, so it's having for maintaining this kind of phenomenon, Angular 1 having factory patterns, providers, and services also. So but in the Angular 2 it's quite a simple API. So it for that all we have used the services. Okay, the next one is dependency injection. Okay, so before talking about the dependency injection, let's talk about why dependency injection we use. Okay, so for the explanation of the dependency injection, I have created one class. So as discussed, the services are nothing but the classes. Okay, in the TypeScript. So I created this test class, and it having one method, that is the get data. So it just console the test service is created or test service is running. So this is the independent class. Okay, so I want to use this class in our app component, which is the root component. So I just import in the import section. Okay, now I created the object of that test service class. Okay, so by how can we create object colon that data type of the object equals to new. Okay, new object, we are calling the method that is the get data. So the whole problem is come here, the way we are going to create our service instance. Okay, so now let's consider in future this test service will take or enhance, and it takes some parameter in the constructor like value, okay, of any type. So if this service are previously used in lot of component, like so take an example, we having the 10 component, and in 10 component we are using this test service, just like by creating the object. So the application will get break, we have to fix in all wherever we are using it. So this kind of problem or this kind of issue we are get solved by using the dependency injection. So to come over this problem, we use the dependency injection. Okay, so guys, now you are getting understand why we are using the dependency injection. So what is dependency injection in the lot of in the technology? So the dependency injection can define by their own ways, or we can call it as a pattern or the design pattern. So dependency injection is a design pattern which provide the instance as a dependency of that component. So the dependency injection is a design pattern which is provide the instances of the classes as a dependency. In the Angular, the dependency injection is a way to supply the new instance of classes which is fully formed dependencies to require. Okay, so as we see in the example that our test class having the dependency or of that value property. Okay, so in the constructor, so by using the dependency injection we can create the classes and it fulfill that dependency, and it provide the instance of the class to the app component. Angular having its own dependency injection framework, so it's handled by using its own implemented way. So it's a separate module in the Angular 2. So the main question is how the dependency injection is work. Key of dependency injection is injector. So what is injector? So the injector maintains the container of services instances. Okay, so whenever it required, so it provide that instance. So let's understand this by using the diagram. Okay, so the injector is a nothing but the container which maintain the instances of the services. So whenever the component or we can inject it in another service also. Okay, so in this example we having taken the component, so the component want this instance, so the injector provide it. So in this way the injector will take care of the instance management in the Angular 2. So the question is how to create the injectable services. So guys, we are having the 3 steps to create the injectable service. The first step is decorate our service class with the injectable decorator. Next steps, add the our service into the provider array. So Angular can understand that injector will maintain the object of the injectable service. Next one, use our service in the component. So for that we have to inject our service into the constructor of where we are using this. Okay, so if you are using in the component, we need to inject our service in the constructor of app component or any component. Okay, so let's create our first basic data service. So it is and it should be injectable. So let's open our Visual Studio. So let's create a file having the name data.service.ts. okay, so let's create a class. I should name it as a data service. This data service class having the method get data, and this get data method will return the list of courses. So let's create a variable let course which is type of any. So any is a type in TypeScript which can hold any kind of object. So let's define a courses of array equals to, I'll make some copy paste. Now return these courses from the method. So this method will return list of courses. Now we have to create this class as an injectable. So we need to decorate our class by using the injectable decorator. So let's import it. Import our injectable. The injectable decorator is available in the Angular/core module. So @Angular/core, and let's inject our decorate our class by using @injectable decorator. So don't forget to write parenthesis. Okay, so our injectable service is almost created. Now so next step is declare our data service in the provider array. So we can declare our service at the component level and app level also. So if you are declaring our data service as an app level, so it maintain the single instance in the injector container, and it serves that instance to other component in the app. Okay, and second way we can declare at the component level also. Okay, so let's first declare in the component level. So open our app.component. So let's import our data service data service. We having the class data service, and declare our data service in the provider array. This is the array type, and we have to declare inside that our data service. So by this the Angular can understand the app component is dependent on the data service. So let's declare our data service at the component level. So if we are declaring our data service in the component level, so this data service can be available with the component and its child component. Okay, so we have declare in the app provider array. So Angular can understand the injector should maintain the object of data service. So next step is inject our data service in the constructor. So private variable private colon, let's say data of colon data service of type data service. So it will gives the data service object in the data. Let's call our get data method data.getData. So let's define one variable course list, and which is type of any. So it can hold any kind of object. So this dot course list equals to data dot get data. So it will return the list of courses. So let's iterate our course list with the ng-for directive. So li us star ng capital F or equals to let courses. So it will iterate our list of course into the li and inside it we have to interpolate our courses array, courses dot name property is there for the individual course name. Let's save it. So it will iterate our course list. Okay, so in this way we can declare our data service provider array in the component and inject a data service in the constructor. Okay, so we can do this at the app level also. So let's do in the app level. So open our app.module.ts. In the ng module we having the property that's providers. So in that we can declare our app our data service. So it can maintain the single instance which serves to all the user component. So let's import our data service. We having the property that's provider, which is the array type, and define or declare in the data service. Now no need to define in the component level here. Okay, so let's omit it. So it will work as like before. Okay guys, so in this way we can use or we can create our service, and we will inject in the constructor. So we can inject it in the component, as well as we can inject it in the other services also. Okay, so we have learned in this video what is dependency, what is services, and why dependency injection we use, and how to create the basic service. So in the next video we are going to learn about how to call the third-party web API by using the HTTP module. So guys, if you have any questions or any suggestions, please comment section below. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe guys. So see you in the next video. Thank you.